end of our hard-won independence in 1980. Today we stand tall among the liberated and independent peoples of the world as masters of our own destiny. We are marching on and consolidating our unity, our peace, and our freedom in fulfillment of the collective aspirations and vision of our heroes and heroines. Yesterday, gallant men and women selflessly chose to join the liberation struggle against the oppressive This is what we are achieving, brick upon brick, stone upon stone. As the Second Republic, we are committed to giving a holistic account of our country's long war of liberation. We are therefore rising to the occasion and recognizing other heroes and heroines, such as the late Reverend Maning Stole and the late James Kerema, for their historical contributions despite their areas of weaknesses, with regards to the observancy of the correct line of devolution. For that reason, we now honor them among the list of our national heroes and heroines. We forever remain indebted to all the heroes and heroines of our great country for their freedom, democracy, and independence we enjoy to this day. Their sacrifice will never die. Tinowatenda siyawabonga. Fellow Zimbabweans, our resolute efforts and evident success in fighting the COVID-19 scourge have allowed us once again to gather and celebrate national events across the length and breadth of our nation. While we remain vigilant, I urge us to direct our focus on accelerating the implementation of economic development programs and projects as we march towards Vision 2030. In spite of the various shocks, our economy has transitioned from recovery to a phase of growth, with 4.6% projected economic growth for 2022. This trajectory is encouraged by the mining, manufacturing, construction, tourism sectors. The onus rests with every individual and corporate to protect our economy from saboteurs and the currency manipulators. The people of our great country shall forever be one with their land. The Second Republic which I lead will forever honor the heroes and heroines of this great country. Present-day detractors and looters, in whatever guise, will never ever steal or separate us from our God-given land. The land reform is irreversible. It is ours forever. The broad array of programs by my government to enhance production and productivity in the agriculture sector is seeing the emergency of new categories of heroes to 3 million households. Inspired by the resilient spirit of yesteryear heroes, let us continually strive to produce all the food we eat, to guarantee our dignity as an independent people. No Zimbabwean should be subjected to abuse or ridicule by subversive NGOs on the pretext of food aid. The policy of taking development services to the people shall remain the hallmark of my administration, sector by sector, ward by ward, district by district. The Second Republic is implementing policies that are lifting our people out of poverty and into prosperity. Fellow countrymen and women, the country is on course to realize the target of a United States $12 billion mining sector by 2023. Mining houses have been directed to always ensure that our communities benefit from the exploitation of mineral resources in their vicinity. After all, the heroes and heroines we are remembering today fought for the land as well as that which is under it. The unprecedented rate of expansion of the mining sector, together with increased capacity utilization in the manufacturing sector, increasing urbanization and modernization of our rural areas, has resulted in the growing demand for energy. In line with these realities, my government is determined to broaden the country's energy generation and distribution mix. As we do so, no one and no place will be left behind in our integrated development agenda. The rehabilitation and construction of key national infrastructure, which are critical in facilitating trade and the delivery of quality services across the country's provinces and districts, is showing visible progress. I commend our local companies for their commitment to realize targets outlined in the National Development Strategy. They have certainly become present-day heroes in their own right and a reflection of the development that can be achieved by a people who are united and focused. Every Zimbabwean must have access to clean, potable water and sanitation. Significant progress is being recorded in the construction of Gwai Shangani Dam, Chivu Dam, Kunzi and Tuli Manyange dams, among others. The Presidential Board drilling scheme is well underway and we will see the drilling of 1 bore per village countrywide. Was fought and won in these villages. Our people at the village level must thus continue to be endeared to the national development policies as they look at the broad array of projects and programs within their communities. All those who sacrifice their lives so that you and I can build a better Zimbabwe, bequeath to us the dignity of having decent shelter. The increasing urbanization and ever-changing demographics as reflected in the 2022 population and household census reinforce the urgency of this matter. Resource mobilization to support various human settlement and housing development programs are being scaled up. My fellow dear Zimbabweans, guided by our developmental philosophy of leaving no one and no place behind, as well as the devolution agenda, resources are being dispersed for projects across all local authorities. This further unlocks the development potential of our rural areas and creates decent employment and empowerment for our people where they live. The private sector is commended for heeding my call on the need to take development to the people. This has seen new factories in the rural areas as we accelerate rural industrialization. The war of liberation was fought on an understanding of grievances and concerns of the masses. The Second Republic, therefore, attaches great importance to the values of dialogue, responsiveness, and inclusive stakeholder engagement. I therefore encourage our people to take advantage of platforms that have been created to facilitate feedback from citizens on the impact of programs and projects designed to uplift their livelihoods. The Second Republic is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are committed to transparency and accountability to the people of our great motherland, Zimbabwe. Fellow compatriots, my government is determined to go beyond the provision of quality, affordable, and accessible education for all. National defense is the most sacred, noble duty and an expression of patriotism which must be infused into our education system. Equally, the principles of hard, honest work, patriotism, sacrifice, serving, and voluntarism must be cardinal aspects of our education curriculum across all levels, informed by the vivid fact that nyika inovakwa nevene vayo igotongwa navene vayo. On the side of education infrastructure, my government has availed resources for the construction of 3,000 schools across the country. Deliberate and a greater priority will be given to underdeveloped districts, such as parts of Cholocho, Binga, Kanyemba, and among others. As a listening and responsive administration, we will continue to explore new and innovative ways of improving the working conditions of our civil service. Various monetary and non-monetary measures are being intensified for the benefit of the patriotic public workers of our country. Robust training programs are being rolled out to inculcate a new work culture that is grounded on our rich liberation heritage-based ideology, which is uniquely Zimbabwean. Fellow Zimbabweans, the Second Republic has put in place the requisite institutional, policy, and legal frameworks to create opportunities for youth development, economic empowerment, and job creation. I thus applaud the youth who are availing themselves for the defense, modernization, and advancement of our great nation. Through the innovation ecosystem that my government continues to create, a new crop of trailblazing young heroes is emerging in the science, technological, and innovation space. The invention and production of goods and services for our realities by these technopreneurs is testimony that Zimbabwe will not be left behind in the ICT-driven world of tomorrow. The arts, creative and cultural industries, as well as sports and recreation sectors, are another arena where talented youths are excelling. Similarly, our country's representatives at various sporting and non-sporting events are raising the Zimbabwe flag high. Recently, our young boys and girls are the world champions, are European champions in the moot court. Meanwhile, I challenge our musicians, our poets, and other art and culture practitioners to sing poems and carve out artifacts of victory and hope. For indeed, we are a victorious people and a nation with a bright future for our people. This renewed sense of patriotism, clarity of purpose, and readiness to sacrifice for one's country must continue to see more and more of our young people deploying themselves for the realization of our national vision. Fellow countrymen and women, ladies and gentlemen, my government has provided funding for the operationalization of the Veterans Investment Corporation. In addition, the registration of heroes and heroines' dependents is currently underway to ensure that their welfare is catered for. The restoration and preservation of the complete liberalization of war heritage will be enhanced by the repatriation of the remains of the first Mrenga Umvikelo heroes from foreign countries. Processes and negotiations to this end are in progress, especially with Mozambique. We are repatriating the bodies of those who died as a result of Cyclone Idai. In line with my administration's commitment to uphold democracy bequeathed to us by our fallen heroes and heroines, Zimbabwe is undertaking and unrelentingly in its pursuit to entrench constitutionalism, the rule of law, good governance, and respect for human rights. We cannot be taught democracy by those who denied us democracy. The heroes will honor fought and for this democracy and equal access to justice we are enjoying as a country. Let us therefore, individually and collectively, protect it from all forms of abuse and desecration, more so by those who never came to our help during the brutal oppressive years under the white settler colonial regime. Albeit as is a friend to all and an enemy to none. My fellow comrades and friends, the nation may recall that in 2021, my government established the following honors: the Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award, Commendation Award, and the Herbert Wilshire Fuma Indini Chitepo Commendation Award in recognition of the sacrifices and outstanding feats achieved by the country's founding fathers. We shall thus recognize and honor heroism beyond the war of liberation and defense sector, milestones in science, technology, and innovation, the accelerated development and the growth of our economy, as well as the growth of made in Zimbabwe goods and services are applauded and celebrated. So too are initiatives around cultural preservation and other heroic efforts by our people, both at home and abroad, that raised the Zimbabwean. Therefore, I shall confer the medals to 4 outstanding individuals of our nation. As I conclude, I once again call upon us all to honor our heroes and heroines by demonstrating unflinching patriotism and loyalty to our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe. Those we are paying homage to fought for our independence, knowing no tribe, but bonded together by their love for Zimbabwe and a desire to see our people free. Let us carry the baton as heroes and heroines of this period, right from within our communities. Every one of us is enjoined to play their part. There can be no spectators in our march forward. Divisive elements which act contrary to the values and ethos of the liberation struggle and national interest have no place in our society. Nyika inotomba igovakwa nabene bayo. Ilizwe libuswa liyakwa ngabanikazi balo. Zimbabwe is a unitary and indivisible country. We are a diverse but one people. No countries, institutions, person or group of persons must be permitted to infuse toxic and alien agendas into our national culture and psyche. As we remember our gallant heroes and heroines, let us all recommit to fortify and protect our beloved country while building on the gains we have achieved in 42 years of our hard-won independence and freedom. Together in peace and unity, we shall surely develop our motherland. We shall surely modernize and industrialize our motherland, Zimbabwe. With these remarks, it gives me great honor and pleasure to wish all Zimbabweans at numerous venues across the country and in the diaspora a happy 42nd Heroes Day commemoration. Long live our unity, long live our peace, and long live our freedom. Long live Zimbabwe. Ngiyalibonga lonke, ndinokutendai mose. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.
zvanakidza asi pane pandabata hanzi baba vamuinawo makavapiwa nashe mapabatawo here hanzi hurumende yamuinayo makapiwa nashe nyika yamuinayo makapiwa nashe aiwa tinotenda. Your Excellency, it is now time to lay wreaths at the tomb of the unknown soldier. May I humbly request you, Your Excellency, the Honorable Vice President and Minister of Health and Child Care, General Retired Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga, and the Honorable Vice President and Second Secretary of the ruling party, ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired K.C.D. Mohadi, to proceed and stand in front of the tomb of the unknown soldier, where you will all lay wreaths in the order to be announced by the Secretary. Thereafter, His Excellency will proceed to lay wreaths at the walls of honor, starting with the eastern side, then the western side, after which His Excellency will come back to the front of the tomb of the unknown soldier for the trumpeters to sound the last post. Your Excellency.
Zimbabwe, Kumbulani, 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 ngekateshule. Kumbulani mazimbabwe, yeyibo Kumbulani, nina Kumbulani, wo Kumbulani, Kumbulani, hayi Kumbulani, Kumbulani, ngekateshule. Bekukhona amaqhawe sisho amabutho alesibindise kubesi khona ngekateshule. Amabutho mfana amabutho alesibindise kubesi khona ngekateshule. Wasebona sobala uncindezeli ukuthi sesithathele wabiza inkulumo kwakhulunywa kwaboniswa khona kwavunyelwa kwalotshwa nasemakhona enkesta asathatha sithi wabona sobala uncindezeli ukuthi sesithathe yena wabiza inkulumo kwakhulunywa kwaboniswana kwavunyelwa kwalotshwa nasemaphepheni enkesta asathatha sathatha sathatha elilizwe ebaba sathatha elilizwe izimbabwe sathatha thina sathatha sathatha thina inkululeko imandisana Let's preach unity, the gospel of peace, humanity, of tranquility. Oh yeah, oh yes. Let's preach unity, the gospel of peace, humanity, of tranquility. Oh yeah, oh yes. No unity, no peace, no peace, no development, no development, no jobs. Youth is ever important. No unity, no peace, no peace, no development, no development, no jobs. Youth is ever important. No Shona, no Ndebele, no Kalanga, no Venda. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. No colors, no Zulu, no Karanga, no white. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Jai Vana Vapunjo. democracy. This song complements your always call for unity and for peace and for peace and for peace. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Can you join us? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And of course, as you are joining us live, we are at the Zimbabwe National Heroes Acre, where we have just witnessed that the president here offering his speech as far as Zimbabwe political discourse is concerned. Has been saying a lot of things, and one quite a very interesting issue that he has mentioned there. He says that Zimbabwe is an enemy to none but a friend to all. This is part of the re-engagement process, which many are here to see as far as these efforts are concerned. How far Zimbabwe is going to be engaging and re-engaging other various states, specifically the Western countries, which from this place historically Zimbabwe has always been firing shots to the West, and we're here to see exactly how much we're going to be doing as far as the diplomatic offensive is concerned, as far as Zimbabwe and Western countries are concerned. How much are we going to be taking around this? And of course, one of the most important issues the president has also spoken about was the issue of the economy, where he says that he's going to be making sure that wages, all our civil servants are going to be paid a living wage. So this is us live from the Zimbabwe National Heroes Acre. Crossing over back to you. It's a wrap.
Professor family, Professor George Gahari, retired Commissioner Stanley Tunira family. I ask the Permanent Secretary to assist us as the representatives come to the podium. Comrade Rabelani Joel's family. Comrade So Makuba Ndlovu.
Elliot Ngwabe. Justice Swanda Kenneth Mbuso Swanda. Retired Commissioner Stanley Matunira. Professor George Payne, Professor Sheunes Pepereki.
President Mituka, Papa Mituka, our mission. My President Mituka, Papa Mituka, our mission. My President Mituka, Papa Mituka, Papa Mituka.
Your Excellency, it is the thrust of the Second Republic to timely honor Zimbabweans and other persons as recognized by our merit system as established by you, Your Excellency, as the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit. It is worth noting, Your Excellency, that since the advent of the Second Republic, honors and awards have been conferred to long-deserving citizens and other worthy and recognized recipients. In keeping with this growing tradition, Your Excellency, there are honors and awards whose grant has been appropriately notified. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, it is my honor and privilege to invite you, Your Excellency, to declare this august gathering a convocation for the conferment
I, Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, do hereby declare this gathering to be a convocation for the conferment of honors and awards notified by general notice of 2022.
Thank you, Your Excellency. May I kindly invite you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, to step down the podium to confer honors and awards. Your Excellency, we will start with the Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award for Service in Human Capital Development and Outstanding Leadership. Allow me, Your Excellency, to call upon the Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable Minister July Moyo, to read the first citation.
Your Excellency, the First Lady, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, Honorable Vice President Chiwenga and Mrs. Chiwenga, Honorable Vice President and Second Secretary of the ruling party, Comrade Mohade, all distinguished Zimbabweans gathered here and those at home. I have the honor to present citation in front of the President to Professor Robson Manua Mafoti in the Human Capital Development sector. May it please Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, in terms of Section 3.5 of Warrant 1 of 2021, as published in Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021, to award Professor Robson Manua Mafoti the honor of the Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award for service in human capital development and outstanding leadership in terms of Section 4, subsection 5 of Warrant 1 of 2021, which states that, I quote, Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award for Science in Human Capital Development and Outstanding Leadership may be awarded for outstanding transformative service in human capital development that opens up and realizes growth in new economic sectors while ensuring inclusivity, end of quote. Section 5.1 of the same warrant states that, I quote, the award shall be granted on the authority of the President, end of quote. Your Excellency, Professor Mafoti is a holder of 48 patents issued by the United States Patent Office and several other patents issued by the European, Japanese, Mexican, and Brazilian patent offices. He has won international recognition for his research work as well as regional and local recognition for his administrative prowess. Professor Mafoti has held numerous appointments with diversified and cross-cutting sectoral entities such as Deputy Chairman of the Commission running the city of Harare, Technical Director, Adhesive and Silence for Shin Moed Incorporated, Irving, Texas, USA, and Project Leader, Polymer Divisions Research for Bayer Corporation in Pittsburgh, USA. Professor Mafoti is a long-serving lecturer with more than 6 publications in peer-reviewed scientific journals. He is an affiliate member of the prestigious American Chemical Society, Phi Lambda Epsilon Chemical Honor Society, and the Polymetric Materials Science and Engineering Society. In recognition of his diligence and dedication to his work, he was awarded the National Institute of Health, USA Pre-Doctoral Fellowship, and awarded the Robert A. Welsh Pre-Doctoral Fellowship, and awarded African American Institute Grant, International University Exchange Fund Scholarship Award for being the most prolific inventor for Bayer Corporation for the year 1991 with 13 patents, and being the most proliferous inventor within 5 years of joining the company. He got a cash award for developing multi-mine E9197 from Bayer Mines Polymers Division. Award for being the best country out of 16 African countries in implementing Korea-Africa Food and Agriculture Cooperation Initiative project with the SIRTC. He has been awarded Zimbabwe Institute of Management Econet Wireless Manager of the Year 2005 and awarded Outstanding CEO of the Year Silver Award Magafest Leadership Business Awards in 2021. It is befitting, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, that you may be pleased to award to Professor Robson Manua Mafot the honor of the Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award for service in human capital development in terms of Section 3, Subsection 5 of Warrant 1 of 2021 as published under Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021. Your Excellency, sir.
With the permission of His Excellency, we may be seated. Your Excellency, pamusoroi ari kuimba mukaramba muchiimba pamwe zita rako richadanidzirwa uri ikoko ukasazvinzwa kuti watora award. Aiwa, tinotenda ndinokumbira tichinyarara kuti tinzwe zvava kutevera. Your Excellency, the next award is the Joshua Mkabuko Nongolo Mkomo Commendation Award in Agriculture, Community Development, Peace Building, and Fostering Unity. Allow me, Your Excellency, to call upon the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water, and Rural Development, Honorable Encius Masuka, to read the second citation.
All protocol observed. May it please Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, in terms of Section 36 of Warrant 1 of 2021, as published in Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021, to award to Dr. Ephraim Kudzaishe Abazvibi posthumously the honor of the Joshua Mkabuko Nyongolo Mgomo Commendation Award for Agriculture, Community Development, Peace Building, and Fostering Unity in terms of Section 46 of Warrant 1 of 2021, which states that, open quote, Joshua Mkabuko Nyongolo Mgomo Commendation Award for Agriculture, Community Development, Peace Building, Fostering Unity may be awarded for all outstanding and consistent transformative service in the improvement of livelihoods at community level, engendering peacemaking and fostering unity, close quote. Section 5.1 of the same warrant states that, open quote, the award shall be granted on the authority of the President, close quote. Dr. Abazvibi spearheaded the wheat breeding program from scratch, and during his tenure at SITCO, he registered more than 29 high-performing wheat varieties until his retirement. These include SC Scan, SC Serena, SC Scope, SC Scholar, SC Superb, SC Nduna, SC Stallion, SC Sky, a joint award winner of the Commercial Farmers Union, Allen Shield Award for significant contribution to cereal breeding, and the Zimbabwe Wheat Board Wheat Legend Award winner. Dr. Abazvibi served on several boards of agricultural research and academic institutions, both locally and abroad, and he was a speaker at prestigious symposia. He received international and regional recognition for his role as a plant breeder, with his seed varieties being grown across Zimbabwe's borders. It is befitting, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, that you may be pleased to award Dr. Ephraim Kudzaishe Abazvibi posthumously the honor of the Joshua Mkabuko Nyongolo Mgomo Commendation Award for Agriculture,
community development, peace building, and fostering unity in terms of Section 4.6 of Warrant 1 of 2021 as published under Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021, Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, the last two citations are in respect of the Herbert Wilshire Fumaindini Chitepo Commendation Award for Justice and Human Rights. And in this regard, Your Excellency, allow me to invite Honorable Mangaliso Ndlovu, the Minister of Environment, Climate, Tourism and the Hospitality Industry, to read the third citation.
All protocols observed. May it please Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Comrade Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, in terms of Section 3, Subsection 7 of Warrant 1 of 2021, as published in Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021, to award to retired Justice Professor Simbi Kembaku the honor of the Herbert Wilshire Fumaindini Chitepo Commendation Award for Justice and Human Rights in terms of Section 4, Subsection 7 I beg your pardon, Your Excellency. May it please Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Comrade Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, in terms of Section 3, Subsection 7 of Warrant 1 of 2021, as published in Statutory Instrument 213 of 2021, to award to retired Justice Professor Simbi Kembaku the honor of the Herbert Wilshire Fumaindini Chitepo Commendation Award for Justice and Human Rights in terms of Section 4, Subsection 7 of Warrant 1 of 2021, which states that, I quote, Herbert Wilshire Fumaindini Chitepo Commendation Award for Justice and Human Rights may be awarded for distinguished and consistent pursuit of justice and human rights for the greater good of humanity, close quote. Section 5, Subsection 1 of the same warrant states that, I quote, the award shall be granted on the authority of the President, close quote. Throughout his early years of study, Professor Mbako demonstrated interest and actively participated in the politics and educational system of his country. At Roma in the then Basutoland, now Lesotho, he was president of the University of Students Association and leader of the Zimbabwe Students Association in that country. He attended Pan-African conferences, most of which he chaired. While studying in Dublin, Ireland, he became president of the Pan-African Students Association and chaired the Zambian Students Association. In the United Kingdom, he became president of the Zimbabwe Students Union. Professor Mbako joined ZANU at its formation in 1963, becoming a legal advisor to ZANU in 1971. He became a close friend of the late national hero, Herbert Chitepo. When Herbert Tepo was murdered, the whole ZANU High Command and Central Committee was detained in Zambia. With 5 in jail, Professor Mbako played a pivotal role in defending all of them in court and having them freed in time to unite with their leader Robert Mugabe ahead of the Geneva Conference of October 1976. Professor Mbako, together with Simon Mzinda and Joseph Tadere of ZANU, worked together with George Silundika, Jason Moyo, and Dan Matsibamuto of ZAPU to unite the two liberation movements, ZANLA and ZIPRA, to form the Patriotic Front, PF, in time for the Geneva Conference. Professor Mbako was appointed Chief Legal Advisor and leader of a legal team comprising S. Chiambakwe, Onam Kushi, Professor Walter Kamba, and Bengai Gun. Professor Mbako also led the ZANU legal team at the Lancaster House negotiations and is one of the key authors of the historic Lancaster House Constitution. Since 1980, Professor Mbako has served his country in different capacities as follows: Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Minister of Home Affairs, Judge of the High Court, Ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe to the United States of America, Vice Chairperson of the legal team comprising representatives from South Africa, Botswana, and Zimbabwe to advise on conflict resolution in Lesotho. time and whose own specialized knowledge in constitutional law that he served as one of the chapters of the National House Constitution. In recognition of his selfless dedication to the cause of human rights in perilous times, his willingness to sacrifice for the good of the downtrodden during the War of Liberation, and his sterling work in service of justice and human rights, he was accorded the highest honor of national hero at his demise on 22 December 2021. Advocates by his life demonstrate sacrifice and peaceful disposition that deserves honor and recognition. It is befitting, therefore, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, that you may be pleased to award the retired justice, Advocates Wanda Kennedy Nduso Sanda, posthumously, the honor of David Wheelchair Umainjini Commendation Award for Justice and Human Rights in terms of Section 3, subsection 7 of Warrant 1 of 2021, as published under Secretary Instrument 213 of 2021. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, it is now my honor and privilege to invite the Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, it gives great pride to every citizen that in every area or endeavor where they outshine in contribution and skill, their effort will not go unrecognized, neither will it go without being celebrated. This grand occasion, officiated by you, Your Excellency, the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, and witnessed by this great convocation and decorated by appropriate recognition medals, is an honor befitting the exploits of these worthy recipients. The honors and awards conferred on these recipients today repose upon them and their exploits the status of national role models worthy of emulation. The people of Zimbabwe have today gained more luminaries to look up to, not least of all the youth of our great nation. It is because of this great chapter etched indelibly into our national memory and consciousness that we express our gratitude to you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and the Grand Master of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit for honoring these among us that have excelled, been outstanding, and shown the brightest in their varying fields of endeavor. They've surely made appropriate, true, and of value the saying, I quote, "Whatever you do, do with all your heart or not at all," unquote. I thank you, Excellency. I would also want to thank all those who have been part of this important national event, both physical and virtually. Your participation can never be taken for granted. You have chosen to commit your time to honoring those whose sacrifice and contribution brought us the independence that we so enjoy today. The one man, one vote that we have every 5 years. The freedom of expression that some choose to abuse. And all the human rights that some now want to lecture us on. We should always prioritize this day every year, for it is days like this that will always remind us of our past. It is days like this that will always remind us not to sell our sovereignty. Once again, I thank you, Your Excellency, not only for gracing this occasion, but for always reminding us that Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. I thank you, Siyabonga, Tatenda. Your Excellency, as we conclude today's program, it is now time for the national anthem. May we all rise. standing as His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and I leave the shrine.
It is a rap live from the Zimbabwe National Heroes Acre, where we've just been witnessing and watching the president here gathered delivering his speech, his annual speech each and every year. Today, the 8th of August, Zimbabwe comes to remember the heroes and those that fought for the liberation of this country. Right here, they've been very much recognized, and the president has also spoke so much on the need of us as Zimbabweans to actually acknowledge and realize the need of our independence, and more importantly, saluting and respecting gallant sons of the soul, both men and women. Some of them were very young youths, sons and daughters that came through and braved this very terrible war. And right here at the shrine, we have seen hundreds and hundreds that have been buried here, those that have contributed to the liberation of this country. This is www.techrec.tv. It is a wrap from me and the crew behind the scenes. We'll catch you up soon later on the next products. It's a wrap. we do thank you so much for joining us live. We are at the National Heroes Eka today, where Zimbabwe is celebrating and commemorating their gallant sons of the soul heroes. And we are so much excited to have His Worship, the Mayor of Harare. Your Worship, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
If my memory serves me well, this must be the first time for you to come at this national event, Heroes Eka specific.
Yes, for this Heroes Day, it is the first time, but I think we should try to reduce areas of difference. We have no quarrel with the liberation struggle. We have no quarrel with those that have laid their lives. And as Harare, we are hosting them. We are hosting these national events, and we should acknowledge and host them in the good spirit that they are intended. We do understand that they sacrificed a lot, their lives even, and that has to be understood and that has to be cherished so that we could be what we are. Yes, we have more to do. We still need more freedoms. We still need a better life. The liberation of a country is not an event, but it's a road and a journey, and we are continuing. More sacrifices will have to be made, and we will make them.
Does this turn a new dawn as far as the CCC party in attending national events, specifically these which have been, in most cases, turned into party events?
Yes, what we need to do is to make sure that all the heroes of Zimbabwe are recognized. We don't have a quarrel with Tongo Gara. We don't have a quarrel with Herbert Chitepo. We don't have a quarrel with Stole. We don't have a quarrel with many of the people who laid their lives. We also acknowledge that as they recognize some of the heroes, there are other heroes that are still to be recognized. Morgan Tsvangirai, for instance, is one hero that deserves to be recognized. And as a nation, we'll get there. We will get there slowly, but we need to be part of the process of getting there so that we acknowledge and celebrate all the heroes that are due to be celebrated.
We also saw the Master of Ceremony officially acknowledging your presence. What does this mean to you?
Well, we are hosting these national events. It is important that even though we belong to different parties, we have areas where we say these are national events, we acknowledge them. We will acknowledge them as long as they also acknowledge us. We will respect them as long as they respect us. Respect is mutual, and as we learn that as a nation, we will get there.
So you heard it all there, that from the His Worship Mayor of Harare, Honorable Mafume. We thank you so much for having us and joining us here. Maybe just before we carry wrap, last words to our viewers, we need to hear from the Mayor here.
Look, we appreciate the sacrifices that young men and women made before us. We know that we still have some way to go in attaining many of the rights that they died for. Let's quicken the process. Let's make sure we get there. That is what we can do in memory of them.
Your Worship, we thank you so much for joining us live right here.
Thank you.
All right, so that is it from the Mayor of Harare, His Worship Jacob Mafume. He's joining us live at the National Heroes Eka here, attending this national event for the first time ever. Quite a historic event, specifically coming from the CCC here, right from the National Heroes Eka. My name is Tonyo, and the crew behind the scenes. It's been a long day with you joining us live right now. We will join you in the next upcoming program. Goodbye.